The Honourable Martin Aldridge.
Thank you, Mr President. I rise tonight to make some comments in relation to an event which I attended last Tuesday evening. I had the pleasure of representing the Minister for Regional Development and Lands at a dinner to celebrate the recommencement of the Bachelor of Agricultural Business Management at the Muresk Institute. The Muresk Institute was first established in 1925 and has been an important provider of agribusiness education since that time. In 2009, Curtin University announced that it intended to withdraw from the Muresk campus by the end of 2012. Following their withdrawal on 1 July 2012, operational management of the campus transferred to the Department of Training and Workforce Development. For those members who may not be that familiar with Muresk, it sits on 923 hectares of Crown land to the west of Northam. Muresk is a self-contained learning environment with accommodation, training and research facilities including lecture theatres, classrooms, conference rooms, computer rooms and laboratories. 507 hectares of the Crown land on which Muresk is situated is considered to be arable land. On 17 February 2012, Cabinet approved the release of $10 million from Royalties for regions to upgrade buildings and facilities as part of Stage 1 of the Muresk revitalisation project. Current work to date has included replacing air conditioning systems in the dormitories and upgrading kitchen and communal areas. And I think approximately 25% of that initial allocation has been spent to date. Whilst I was not a Member of Parliament at the time that these works were approved, I know that the then Minister for Regional Development, the Honourable Brendan Grills, and the then Minister for Agriculture and Food, the Honourable Terry Redman, were committed to the future of Muresk post the Curtin University withdrawal. They were also both concerned with the ongoing sustainability of the campus and ensuring that industry supported the future business model for its success to be real. In November 2013, under the leadership of the then Minister for Training and Workforce Development, the Honourable Terry Redman, an agreement was formalised between the C.Y. O'Connor Institute and Charles Sturt University to deliver an agricultural business management degree from semester 1 of this year. This was also made possible by Minister Redman's intervention to release $400,000 in funds from the Department of Training and Workforce Development. These funds form part of Stage 2 of the Muresk revitalisation project, an election commitment made by the Nationals at the 2013 state election, and formed part of our $300 million Seizing the Opportunity agriculture policy. These funds will initially be used to underwrite the agreement and allow time for the new partnership and degree to reach a point of sustainability, a period of time which may take several years. The business case for Stage 2 of the Muresk revitalisation project is under development, with an allocation of $10 million in the commitment made by the Nationals at the last election. Following the August state budget, the then Minister for Training and Workforce Development, the Honourable Terry Redman, announced on 13 August 2013 that the election commitment had been funded in the last state budget. As of last Tuesday evening, some 21 students had enrolled to commence studies at Muresk in the Agribusiness program this year. It was also encouraging to see a number of scholarships being offered by industry. At least 9 organisations and individuals were recognised on the night as contributors of scholarships, and these include RSM Bird Cameron, the Westpac Group, York and District Community Bank, which is a branch of the Bendigo Bank, Craig Mostyn Group, Rabobank, the CBH Group, Commonwealth Bank, and also 2 Muresk alumni in Brian Mickle and Mr Colin Roberts. Industry will play a pivotal role in the future success and long-term sustainability of Muresk. I'd personally like to see these scholarships become proper graduate programs, similar to those offered in other industries where employers headhunt the best and brightest students in our senior high schools and our agricultural colleges, support them through their degree and offer them a job at the end. That to me demonstrates that industry is serious about agribusiness education at Muresk and recognising the value in employing a Muresk graduate. I'm in absolute agreement with the Honourable Terry Redman and the Honourable Brendan Grills that industry have a similar stake in this alongside the state and federal governments. At this point, it should be also recognised the role that the former federal Labor government played, and in particular the now retired Senator Chris Evans, in ensuring that there were sufficient Commonwealth-funded places available for Muresk to again offer a degree course this year. Industry skills was a key focus of the Nationals election commitment, with $50 million of the $300 million committed dedicated to this area alone. Alongside the $10 million commitment to the Stage 2 of the Muresk revitalisation project, $20 million was committed to increasing the profile of WA agriculture, and an additional $20 million to boost business skills of agricultural and food businesses. Why is this important to WA? Firstly, the industry is worth over $6 billion to the WA economy every year, and more than $48.7 billion to our national economy. Secondly, WA has the nation's third largest agricultural workforce with more than 20,700 workers. Thirdly, nationally, the average farmer is now 53 years of age, and the industry is grappling with a skills shortage reported to be more than 100,000 people. The rise of Asia is often talked about in this place, and I do not intend to tackle that issue this evening. However, I think where our focus should be now is in preparing our capacity to respond to international markets and opportunities that exist. The skills package will equip the sector to sell itself more effectively to the world, initiate improved industry ownership of the solution to the skills shortage, and identify strategic priorities for the reputation and ongoing success of agriculture and food in Western Australia. Muresk has a very important role to play in assisting to address the skill deficiencies that loom across the industry. Other opportunities exist at Muresk campus, including partnering with industry on grains research, and improved facilities at the campus are also making it attractive as a conference and accommodation venue. It has also been well reported that Ausdrill are pursuing opportunities at the Muresk site on non-arable land for drill and blast training for the mining industry. I understand that negotiations are ongoing with a range of other organisations and agencies about how the campus facilities can be best used. On 7 March 2014, the Honourable Kim Hames, Minister for Training and Workforce Development, announced a new partnership with UWA's Rural Clinical School, where a 1-year placement at Muresk for 5th year medical students will be offered. This will allow these students to participate in community projects and also expose them to the benefits of working in regional WA. Having recently been appointed as the Minister for Regional Development's representative on the Southern Inland Health Initiative Governance Group, I know firsthand the challenge of recruiting and retaining doctors in our regions, and I think this is a positive move in the right direction. I'd like to pass on my personal thanks to the CY O'Connor Institute, its staff, and in particular the Governing Council for the opportunity to represent Minister Redman last Tuesday evening, and also their leadership on all matters Muresk related. I've had the opportunity to visit Muresk on several occasions since my election, and prior to that, when I was involved in agriculture myself, participating in industry training programs at the Institute. On the night, I was presented, Mr. President, with a book entitled 75 Years On, A History of the Muresk Institute of Agriculture, written by Glenn McLaren. When I spoke to the Parliamentary Library this morning, I was surprised to learn that they didn't have this book in their collection, so I've made arrangements with the library to have it donated for other members to have access to as well. In summary, agriculture and its development in Western Australia is something that the National Party and my National Party colleagues hold dear. I don't think a party room meeting goes by when we are not discussing some aspect of the industry. I think we're unique in this sense, as I suspect that we're probably the only parliamentary party that could make that claim in this place. I'm proud of the commitment that we took to the 2013 state election for agriculture, and in particular the work that it will allow us to undertake in ensuring that we're able to return to Muresk in the coming years to celebrate its centenary. Thank you, Mr. President.
Are there any further member statements? Members, the House is adjourned and you all go home.